wanted it to start with us mid-conversation. That was a note he had given.
Yeah, raw. Untouched.
Real.
You're just in there.
Get ready, it's the new edition. Your favorite morning meditation. Hey, it's Mei, pardon my success. I'm a hot mess.
Making my heart open.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Pardon My Success. I am so excited to have my own very lovely boyfriend, Zack Bedley, here today.
How's that?
Zack has had many thoughts on the podcast over the many months. I usually shut him down and all the suggestions because this is my podcast. But today, this is his episode, and I am letting him do whatever he wants. Tell us, what is your dream podcast, Zack?
My dream podcast, let's say, okay, what I have been telling her to do is maybe start it off with your personality. You're talking, you're in conversations, right?
Yeah.
Then some current events on things related to your podcast. Maybe that's the hawk Tuah girl, you know?
I still don't know what that is.
She's a creative. And then just like work your way into a segment, maybe, you know, a fruit tier list.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're gonna see one of those.
That would be crazy. And you watch a lot of podcasts.
Personality.
You're a big podcast guy. So he considers himself a podcast expert in many ways. And
expert viewer.
yeah, so some of the things we might be having on today, we want to talk about some potential current events. We want to try to do some reaction videos. You guys will see a fruit tier. That'll be cool.
But we have nothing prepared, so
We don't have much prepared.
we don't have any current events. So
But we're going to talk about some.
I don't know how we're gonna have a podcast
We're
about
here.
current events without current events. But
It's not all about current events. We're discussing.
I'm not saying scratch everything she does, but incorporate that as well. You're having a conversation, you're real people.
Yeah.
Like usually I'd be looking at her, but I can't stop looking at myself. I don't know, you pass a mirror, you have to look at it.
I think taking off my glasses does help too because I can't really see myself at all. So it makes me be more engaged. Zachary here, while not an artist, is a creative.
I am the antithesis to creativity. I am a bureaucrat.
No.
I am a corporate machine.
No. He's a student. But he likes being creative. He's very good at drawing.
No, I'm not.
He's a pretty good drawer.
My good at drawing is in art class every 2 years with her.
Oh yeah, we have done a couple paint classes.
And she's like, wow, you're pretty good at this. I'm like, yeah, I haven't did it since I was a kid, but
He just has that artistic talent living within him. We're trying to bring that out, you know what I mean? This whole podcast is about bringing out your creativity.
something I could work on.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll learn something from
Maybe
you.
you'll learn some things, babe. We painted birdhouses together, scenescapes.
Lots of grays, lots of white,
He loves gray.
monochrome type stuff.
I thought he was colorblind for a while. Turns out he isn't.
She bought me colorblind glasses.
Because he literally doesn't know the difference between colors.
You would think before you buy something like that, you would ask, like, are you colorblind?
Because we've discussed it at length, the fact that you can't tell the difference between like most of the colors. Oftentimes you'll say colors of things and they're all wrong.
Well, a lot of the colors are a spectrum. But, like, I'm saying, like, pink and purple, they're kind of like, you can have some in between there. So, like, some things look like, oh, is that purple or is that pink? But,
And I'm like, no, that's very much pink.
or so she says.
Yeah, which is why I bought him colorblind glasses that he never used or wore, and I returned them. And then I got him headphones instead.
So,
So
like, is that dark blue or is that purple? Like,
He
they
doesn't
blend in
know.
sometimes.
some other current things that are happening right now. What is going on in the world? They're supposed to be announcing the Emmy nominations next week. That'll be exciting.
Wow.
So that's big.
Taylor
That's big
Swift.
news. Emmys are TV shows, baby. So no.
That's how much I know about the arts.
Arts. Woo!
I thought that movie were last week.
Nope, that was the daytime Emmys. Like talk shows and like newscasters and like they have a bunch of different things for that. And then primetime Emmys is for like evening television shows that you are used to watching.
It sounds like the same thing to me, but
They're not. Like,
so like prime time would be like House of Dragon.
yes.
The good shows.
Yeah, I mean,
And
obviously.
daytime is like Ellen.
Well, Ellen doesn't exist anymore, but it is the other daytime television shows.
Like just background stuff. Like people aren't really watching it because when I used to visit my mom at work, they'd always have like Ellen playing or like
People definitely watch it.
Jerry Springer.
Jerry, I feel like those are also things that people watch. Like Maury, like maybe.
Yeah, when you're staying at home sick or
Like-
90.
Yeah, old people are keeping the television industry alive. Nobody else is watching network TV. Just old people and sick children.
And doctor's offices.
And doctor's offices, sure, fine. We live in Hollywood, so there's lots of premieres and things that happen right outside of our street.
Obnoxious.
It's really
Always
obnoxious.
close down my road. Have have to drive miles out of the way to do a big square just to get to your house.
Yeah, but it's fine.
I want to move.
We need to move. Okay, tell me about the Hakatuya girl. Should we look it up?
You know those like street interviews?
Yes.
They're like, hey, drunk people outside the bar? Like,
Yeah.
So it's one of those. And she gives like some insight into some very important topics. And it just like caught on like fire. Like a lot of like people are like making memes out of it. She's been on like big podcasts. The girl from BFS, she's signing hats at conventions. Like, so like this one little clip of her being interviewed popped up. And you haven't seen it, so I guess we can watch it.
All right, get excited, everybody. We're gonna find out what the Hakatuya girl is.
It's not even like that elaborate video. It's like a 3-second clip.
Haka.
But it's just crazy like how it like caught on. It's like hawk like a bird, and then Tuah as in Tuah.
Hakatuya.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give that hawk to it. Spit on that thing.
Yeah, so that's all it was.
That's all it is?
Yeah. So it's her, talking about hawk to and spitting on that thing. Yeah.
Sorry, Mom and Dad. We have now learned what the Hakatuya girl is.
A heathen.
She likes spitting on the ground.
Disgusting.
How dare she?
She's getting like famous right now for it. Like right that way, like good for you. She seems like a good girl, but imagine coming home to your parents and your parents are just like,
That's why you're famous.
you're famous for talking about
Spitting. Anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching.
You're not done, where's my interview?
Oh my god. I mean, we've been interviewing.
Ask me about my creative process.
Alright, what is something that you feel like you create on a regular basis and that you have a process for?
So, I like to create strategies on how to accomplish goals.
Yes.
Do you want to ask me more about that? Let's see your interviewing skills.
How do you create a concrete goal?
You have to first envision. You have to see like what you want.
Yeah.
So let's say you want to become the president of a student organization, let's say. So what you do
Yeah.
is you figure out the right steps that you need to take
Yeah.
to accomplish that goal.
Yeah.
And all right, let's think of another goal.
Okay.
As soon as I started talking about real things,
My camera died, and so we are back. Zack was not done. Yeah. He wants to.
there's so much more value I was going to bring.
Yeah. He has a lot of value to bring to this podcast, and he wants everyone to know that this is obviously the proper way to do a podcast.
Yes, you set up a phone in front of a mic
Yeah.
that's as big as your head, and
Yes.
you just send it.
That's exactly what a podcast is. Congratulations. Zack is a much more harsh businessman than I am. I will kind of deal with any behavior from anyone and just be like,
That's crazy.
that's so fine. It's so fine. You just don't.
You have to have like a standard like for yourself and like the things you do, and you have to uphold that standard. And if you don't, like people will either walk on you or you just won't get the results that you want in life.
So I keep him around. What other creative things do you do? You enjoy making social media content occasionally.
Not really. It's a lot of work. I enjoy doing it. I like the finished product. It's so draining to me. I just know it's not where like my passion lies. It feels good to like put it out because you put work into it, but I don't enjoy doing it. I couldn't do it like you. How you
Thank you.
every single day she's just out here grinding on this, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my energy elsewhere. That's what you should do. You should put your energy into things that you're good at, but also things that you enjoy, because that's how you get like the best results.
Mm-hmm.
Because we do have like a genetic predisposition to be good at different things. Like a professional swimmer is gonna have a different type of athleticism than a professional runner. You have to have different like body compositions, but they're both athletes. If you were the best runner ever, you couldn't hop in swimming and be the best swimmer ever, because you have to play to your strengths. So you have to find out what you're good at.
Mm-hmm.
You have to look around you, see, are you doing better than other people while you give the same effort?
You know, some things you enjoy.
Yeah.
Find things that you like doing first, that doesn't feel like work.
Because you can be great at something and not enjoy doing it, and your motivation will die down. And
Yeah.
the people that wake up every day and are motivated to do that are always going to be better than you, no matter what. Because they have that passion, they wake up every day, and it's not work to them, it's fun. So find that thing.
Have your drive. Gotta get that energy in you. Gotta get that dog on you. Anyway.
And you?
What else? Did you ever play any instruments? Did you play drums? Did I make that up? Did you just want to?
No, what I did was I set up buckets upside down, and I had some drumsticks that I would beat on them. And I was in a concert in maybe 5th grade.
Oh
It was
my
like
God.
an African drum circle, no big deal. We had a gigantic crowd, but the county came
It
out.
was sold out.
It could have been. I don't know. I was up there in my flow state. Who would even know?
I took him to a musical for the first time last year. We went and saw Six at the Pantages, which was, I thought, a really great show. Zach did not know what he was in for.
If you're gonna take me to a musical, I want it to be one that she knows I would enjoy. This was like the most 7-year-old girl musical.
It wasn't a
I've ever-
7-year-old girl. It was all the wives of King Henry VIII that were beheaded.
Way too many sparkles.
I should take him to Les Miserables.
I need emotion. I need to feel something. I don't want like pop stars dancing around.
Hey, I thought it was pretty emotional. They all died. Anyway, I've taken him to some plays. We went to Nick's.
We did go to Nick's play. Good job, Nick.
That's my roommate. Go King. Art shows.
Good job, Elizabeth. That's as far as my opinion goes.
He was there. He likes museums far more than I do.
Because they're educational, you can learn things.
I think they're boring.
Like sculptures and like Renaissance type art. But if you're sitting down on the ground and someone is coming up with a shovel of dirt and pouring it on you and you're calling it art.
What?
Do we have another reaction video?
Wait, what? The sound of butter?
Yeah, like what the hell is this? Coming up pouring dirt.
What?
A wise person once said, "It's not art if I could have did it, but did you do it? Therefore I manifested it. Therefore it's art."
There are some of those that it's like, most people probably couldn't have done that.
Most people don't want to do it. They are providing value to the world and not just expecting people to pay.
You
for
don't
your
know that
trash.
those art didn't provide value to the world. We watched it.
Humor.
It's still a value. It has a purpose. Art is originality, it's uniqueness, it's creativity. Colin said this thing the other day that was like, creativity is being able to have the courage to make anything, even bad stuff. And art is the ability just to be able to pick out the good.
And there's a lot of bad art.
Subjectively.
Oh, it's subjective. I'm sure someone saw that person pouring dirt on that head and was like, wow,
Like it might have really spoke to them. Because you know what, like,
I'm gonna go pour dirt on my head.
think of the analysis where it's like they're burying her alive in a museum.
Maybe that's how she feels.
Like maybe that is how she feels. That's how I feel a lot of the time.
Maybe it is art.
Maybe it is.
I wasn't looking deep enough.
I
And
wasn't really thinking about the art.
maybe I just need to do a little more thinking on art.
Maybe you should get out there and try doing some of your own performance art.
Yeah, mine.
What would be like your crazy performance art thing? And someone's like, I'm gonna pay you $1 million if it's like the most outrageous thing.
I kind of like the idea of playing an instrument really badly.
Just like in the middle of a street somewhere. Art-wise. And in a little bit more of my own creative process, I'm working on a song right now called Hummingbird that Zack has heard. It is the first song that I fully produced myself. I am a perfectionist, and I also definitely have the too much gene where I just keep redoing things over and over and over because it's not perfect, and like I keep wanting to add things, and then it feels like there's too much of it. I don't know. Part of it actually has been learning how to record my own voice with headphones in a way that I can hear what the music is, like what I'm supposed to be like listening to, because it plays back what you're singing as you do it, and it really messes with me.
Yeah.
There's also a delay.
Oh, I totally understand. When I play Xbox Live, you can hear your voice when you're talking sometime, and you're like,
It's so disoriented.
you lose track of what you're saying.
Yes, because I'm listening to myself. And then I'm also off key because I'm trying to listen to myself instead of listening to what I'm actually singing.
Is that why they take one out? and they're
Yes,
singing?
I had one back and I had one like half on my ear, and I kept having to do this thing where I would like pull them out so I could actually like still hear the beat going, but I wouldn't hear myself singing.
I was once a rapper.
That's actually a big creative process that we did not even talk about.
For like a year in high school, and then I was like, what am I doing?
How did you start rapping?
How did I start rapping? When you're living a good life, you get inspired.
Yeah.
Like you feel like Drake, you're like, I'm on this boat, I got women Snapchatting me. When I'm like 16, you're like, I got a law.
Let's hear some bars.
One that I really liked, I'm probably gonna mess it up.
It's okay.
Got 2 carats as in diamonds. No Bugs Bunny. I'm not Winnie the Pooh, but I will steal your honey.
Ooh!
I'm staying real, I'm raking money, my swag is so sick, my nose is running.
That was good.
That was one of my favorite
That was
ones.
really good. I like that. Wow. Maybe I'll start featuring you in my songs as my rap feature.
I mean, it might elevate it, but who knows?
Disrespect. Did you do your own production too?
No, I went on YouTube and I searched instrumentals, and I would just steal instrumentals and record with my like iPod.
And did you have a MIDI board too?
I did, but I didn't really use it. It was more so something I planned to learn. Then I was like, what am I doing? But that came afterwards when I was in the army. I was like, maybe I'll still rap. Yeah.
You should. Bring it back. Write some poetry.
I am good, but I'm not a rapper.
But you could be. You're whatever you
You're
want
right.
yourself to be, babe. You shouldn't put yourself in a box. You can be both.
I know, but my passions aren't there.
Your talent.
Hey, like I was saying earlier, if
I
your
know.
talents and your passions don't align, maybe you change what you're doing.
Real. So how can we implement your talent of writing poetry into the corporate world?
Writing poetry. I don't know. Create like a after hours poetry event. A round booster maybe.
Ooh, I love that. Like a spoken word.
Like a coffee hour where you get your organization together. It's like a karaoke night, but like for poetry. And then people can really get up there and express their emotions.
Yeah, imagine that every single one that gets up there is like, we are out of toilet paper in the second floor hallway bathroom.
And I'm just saying there, like, she could have told me.
Point. That would be really cool. Also, I feel like for patients and stuff too, they would probably enjoy that.
We're not singing poetry to patients.
No bringing joy to those dying.
See, as a creative like myself, I like to keep things like that close to my heart.
Yeah. I feel like we learned a lot about you today. We really delved into some of your more creative, artistic passions.
I'm gonna hate all of this.
I am gonna love it all. We've been together for 2 years and
Some change.
he sports
Yeah.
and he jujitsus. I don't know.
You're not making me sound very likable.
I know. We love him so much. Though he does not consider himself an artist, we know that he is one. And
Aren't we all? Aren't we all
we're
artists?
all artists.
Yeah.
We're all here
In our own ways.
in our own ways, creating, arting.
It could be the way you brush your teeth in the morning.
Yeah. Just be creative.
We're all unique. We're all
Have some
individuals.
fun. Find things that you're good at. It's gonna be great. And you too could one day, maybe, do a fruit tier list. You know?
If you're lucky.
Get excited for that, everyone. I hope you had fun. Enjoy the fruit tier.
Success. Pardon my success. Pardon my success. Pardon my UPMS.
So I utilize tier lists for everything. If I'm shopping for a new vacuum, I'm going on YouTube, I'm looking up tier lists. Today we're gonna do a fruit tier list.
So tell us a little bit about tier lists.
So if you've been living under a rock and haven't seen the tier list, we're ranking the fruit by what we think it is,
Okay.
from best to worst, pretty much. We're eating them and rating them as we go.
We got all this fruit today at Gelson's.
Never had like,
I've never had a chamoya too. Oh.
do you really know how to do it? Or
Yes.
you just like faking it? Because
No, I do know how.
sucks.
Do we want a grapefruit or an orange?
Let's get a lemon.
Grapefruit?
Oh yeah, because I hate them.
Grapefruit. Let's definitely get an apricot because you said you've not had them.
Like ordinary fruits though.
But they are.
Oh, look at these.
Those are beautiful.
$9?
That's insane. They're so small.
I have to know. We aimed for good quality fruit.
Zach did buy $20 strawberries.
It was unnecessary, but they looked really, really cool. Hopefully it glimmers in the sun. All right, let's just start with all of these guys. You're gonna have to tell me what they are
All right.
because some of them I've lost count. She cut them.
I cut all the fruit. Here is our first little plate. Why don't we start simple? Apples.
Apples, the cheeky boys.
Not that, that's a nectarine. This guy.
Okay, they all look the same.
Apples first, just some classic. Do we know what kind these are? Honeycrisp? Oh, my favorite apple. I love a good Honeycrisp apple.
I feel like apples are like solid, give you a little bit of energy, quick, simple, easy to eat. I'm gonna say like,
C tier.
nah, I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna say like a B tier.
Really? I don't eat apples that often. I think that's also part of it because they're so unoriginal. They're like the fruit that's always there.
Yeah, they're there for a reason though.
That's
So,
fair.
Are we gonna have separate tier lists? And we can
You know
see
what?
who
We should-
has better opinions, which is obviously gonna be me.
All right. Pears? Cheers.
Better than I was expecting because it was soft.
You've never had a soft pear, right? You
My-
guys
my-
thought pears were hard.
My pear experiences were from public school, so
What are your thoughts?
I feel like a normal public school pear, I'd be putting in C, D tier.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with B.
B? All
I'm gonna B.
right. All right. Honestly,
good.
I would say pears are B.
Okay.
Better than apples, but, you know, not the choice of fruit. All right, we got nectarines next. This little guy. Cheers. This isn't the softest nectarine.
It's kind of like a peach, but not quite a peach. I
Yeah.
feel like I would prefer a peach, to be honest. What is it,
Because-
like a mix between an apple and a peach?
I think so.
I wouldn't go out and pursue it. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say a C tier.
C tier. Okay. Okay. Next we have apricots.
Apricots.
Apricot. Have you ever had an apricot?
I don't think so.
Cheers.
It's okay.
Underwhelmed by the apricot.
Underwhelmed.
Underwhelmed.
It looked prettier than how it tastes. I don't want to put a lot of things in C tier, but I feel like that was a C tier in my opinion.
Really? I would put apricots in B. I prefer
Okay.
apricots to apples. Oranges. That was a good orange.
It's a good orange. She was trying to get these like gross ones that have like pus balls growing on the top.
The orange options that we had were very limited. And usually, I feel like oranges are kind of mid.
She wasn't looking in the right place.
That was a good orange.
Coming from Florida,
Yeah.
you got to know a good orange when you see it.
Oh, so true. Yeah.
And it's like the juicing ones.
Uh-huh.
You can make juice out of. I don't usually eat that many oranges.
I don't either. I like mandarin oranges better. I like clementines.
Yeah, those are good.
I would say C.
Is everything just gonna go in C for me?
Are we just seeing everything? Everything's kind of average.
It's just this plate. I'm going with C.
All right.
Ah,
Grapefruit.
I hate these.
He doesn't like bitter things. Also, we did learn that Zack is a super taster. And by that, I mean I told Zack what super tasting was. And then
Something
he is
she
one.
made up.
It's not. I did learn about it in biology class in high school. And I had to count the amount of taste buds on my tongue.
I used to play backyard football, and there was a grapefruit tree that we used to go and like pick the grapefruit, and I used to drink it as like a thirst quencher. But I always kind of hated it, but it was kind of nice. That's my story. This gets worse. It was good at first. I was like, oh, that's kind of sweet. And then
The end is bitter.
I'm leaning DF on grapefruit.
Really? Honestly, I love grapefruit. I might say
I-
C or D, honestly.
Looking at these, I can't see anything that's going to be in an F. So I'm
Honestly, yeah, I don't think
I'm
I
gonna go
would
ahead and
put
put this in
anything
F.
I don't know if I would put anything F either.
Hated that.
Let's do these persimmon guide, but these are
Is that
delicious.
good? Did we not get peaches?
We don't have any good ones.
Don't like that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the grapefruit still in my mouth.
Maybe we need to palate cleanse. That grapefruit was really bitter.
Always is. These sirens in the background are because these dragon fruit is about to be fire. I've never actually had a dragon fruit, but they always look cool.
All right, cheers.
Hopefully it's good.
How do you feel about the seeds? I know you're gonna have an opinion on them.
I don't love the seeds. It's kind of like when things have like those like sesame seeds in it that are
Yeah.
kind of like wet, and they have like a barrier around it that's like slime.
The slime barrier.
What am I thinking of?
course. Pomegranates.
Like the pudding,
Chia seed pudding.
chia seed pudding. That's what this reminds me of.
That's actually very accurate. It does kind of taste like chia seeds.
It's like okay, it's kind of good.
I would say B.
I can't put everything in C tier, so
Yeah.
based off the look, because it looks cool, I'm gonna go with B.
All right. Shall we mango?
Mango. Now we're getting started. Ugh. So that seed in my mouth.
Mango's an S tier fruit.
S tier.
Always.
S tier. Mango. S tier.
It goes so
always.
hard.
What type of mango is this again?
The Chinese golden mangoes.
Can't get those like green, red ones.
Those are not good.
Those no, they're good. They're good.
They're fine.
But the golden ones, much better.
All right. Shall we watermelon?
All right, watermelon is one that's like a staple for summer, but I feel like it's always like a hit or miss because it depends on like how you pick it. And the past few times, the person I've been relying on to pick it has, failed us.
I have not.
But just, like-
Sometimes it's just that we have bad crops of watermelon.
All right. Okay, this one's better.
I feel like watermelon's an A tier.
I'd say it's like B tier. If you don't have one that's like sweet with a lot of flavor, it's just water. A good watermelon is like A tier, but a majority of watermelons are like B tier, and sometimes like those really gross ones like C tier.
That's actually true. My dad once told us a story when he was on a ship once. Somebody stowed away in their like merchant ship because they had watermelons and they thought that they could live off of just watermelon because they were like, there's water and food in it, right? What they didn't realize is that's not actually water. It's like, sugar. And so you can't survive off of it.
I feel like they were on to something.
They were not. When they found them, the guy was like near dead, completely swollen and like pink.
I think it's time.
All right, the $20 strawberry. Look how stunning this strawberry is.
Good stuff.
This is $20 strawberry. This is like $3 worth of strawberry right now.
The strawberries can be bad or they can be really good.
I'm excited.
All right, go for it.
Oh my God.
It was worth it.
That's an incredible strawberry.
Super sweet.
That's a damn good strawberry.
Dude, I was going into this thinking I was going to put strawberries in like B tier because I think they're kind of overrated, but
That's an A tier strawberry.
this A tier, leaning on S, but I can't give it an S because S is like reserved for the special.
And also, most strawberries are not S tier.
We gotta.
We gotta finish
I'll
these
give it that
babies. Thank you. No,
Yeah, these are crazy.
these are so good. Mm. That's the juiciest strawberry I've ever had. And I usually be picking my own strawberries growing up.
Honeydew,
Honeydew,
green.
green, just in case. Yeah. I feel like honeydew is very hit or miss.
I like honeydew.
It's a good honeydew, but sometimes it's really hard.
Well, this one's kind of hard, so I'm gonna try the other one.
All right.
Yeah, this one was soft.
I feel like honeydew is generally maybe C.
I'm giving that a B. Honeydew, B tier.
Cantaloupe.
She says cantaloupe is better than honeydew,
I think it usually is.
which most people think, but try them next to each other. Maybe it'll change your mind.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, you know what? The honeydew is so much better. This is not good. This has no flavor. But good cantaloupe is really good.
I wasn't choking because it was gross. I was choking because it was in my throat. I almost died.
I'm glad you lived.
I mean, it's still good.
I want to honestly give that a C or a D.
Really?
Yeah. Mine didn't taste like anything.
I'm gonna say C. Try that one. Well, that one looks.
That one looks worse. But it was better. Yeah, okay, C.
You changed? C.
C.
Let's go to something I don't.
You don't
really
like blackberries? I think these are similar to your chia seed
Okay.
slime
appreciate.
thing.
I have a tail. So I don't dislike the taste, but I dislike the seeds within it. But when I was in the army, we used to like pull security, and in Georgia there was like these wild blackberries everywhere that we used to like pick and eat, and it was a nice little sweet treat, especially when you're like eating bullshit for like months. That's my tail.
Woo! So you did at some point learn to appreciate blackberries.
Not really,
I love blackberries.
dude. I can't.
I would say B.
It's too much seed. D.
Mmm.
That's D tier.
Wow.
All right, we're going raspberries.
I love raspberries.
I like raspberries better because the seed is less,
Yeah.
and I don't know, the taste is better.
For a long time, I thought raspberries were just unripe blackberries, but that is not the case.
They're
They're
softer.
separate fruits entirely.
I'm pretty sure blackberries that aren't ready yet.
They look like raspberries.
Yeah.
You can't eat them. I've tried.
The first person in basic that was telling me, "Oh, you can eat that," I was like, "I don't know about that." All right, raspberries. What are we going?
Oh, raspberries are A. Maybe S even. I love raspberries.
I like them, but not that much. Let's say B tier.
Wow. Blueberry.
Blueberries. I like blueberries. I had a good one. I don't know if yours was good.
That's pretty good. But I think generally raspberries are better than blueberries are. And so I would put blueberries in B.
B for blueberries. So you can just add blueberries into like a lot of things. You can put it in like yogurt,
Yeah.
other things.
Just yogurt. Zach's been really into yogurt lately.
Yes. Skyr, to be exact.
Skyr bowl.
It's an Icelandic yogurtish type of thing, but it's a little sweeter than like Greek yogurt. B tier. I'm going B tier for blueberries.
B, yeah. Banana.
So a lot of people sleep on bananas because they're so common, but
I would put bananas lower too.
I love bananas. Bananas to me, A tier.
Really?
A tier.
So that was out of left field.
I could eat a banana every day, and I do if I have them in their proper ripeness.
Of age. I like bananas. They're not my favorite.
Green's bad. A tier. You can put in so much things. Smoothies, milkshakes,
I
like
would put B. I'll eat bananas more than other fruits,
put in
but
a skyr bowl.
they aren't my fave.
I think it just takes me back to like baby food, and I kind of like banana baby food. What's this? Pineapple?
Pineapple. Why does this
Ooh.
kind of look like a mango?
Is that mango?
That's for shizzle a mango.
We can try to split this. I only brought one.
Nice.
Pineapple.
Yeah. I would say A or S.
Pineapple is elite. I gotta put it in S tier. Like, yeah, you eat a bunch of it and it
It's
starts
so
like
good.
burning. And it's like really acidic.
You
But
have to
like,
put it into salt water first. Most people don't know.
she taught me that. We didn't do that for that one, but good pineapple that has been
Salt water.
diluted. Pineapple juice with like tequila or just pineapples. S tier.
S tier. I
So,
agree. Purple grape.
I can't remember which one I like better.
I never can either. So cheers.
Ew.
It's a grape.
I'm not the biggest fans of grape.
I would say B or C. Honestly, B. I'll pick grapes over other fruits.
Would it be wild if I put that in D?
Really?
They're just like, I don't know. They're just okay, I guess. I mean, I probably should put it in C, but I feel like I didn't put anything in D yet.
Okay. I have decided I like green better.
Green's better
Definitively.
out of this batch, at least.
I would say B green, C purple.
I'm putting these at C.
Last
Is
one.
this our last thing?
Dates.
Okay, I don't even know if this is a fruit or not.
I think dates are a fruit.
I love dates. They're like butterscotch. Boom.
I'm like fine with dates.
They're so sweet.
I don't like the fibrousness.
What do you mean? It's kind of soft.
Reminds me a lot of prunes, I think.
I love it because it's like so sweet. You can like wrap bacon around it. You
Right.
can put it in skyr bowls.
I just really like skewer balls.
So you could like supplement it for like chocolate.
It's like
Alright.
fine.
Alright,
But
so-
overall, what do we think?
A tier.
I would say B. I hope you guys enjoyed our fruit tier list. Let us know in the comments who you agree with.
It's probably
disagree
gonna
with.
be her, but
What else in your ultimate podcast would you have?
well, we were supposed to end it with this.
This is the end of the episode.
You should end it with your own thing, like a solo of you like talking about like what you want to talk about because it's your podcast.
Well, no, but this is your episode.
Shouldn't your outro be you?
It's usually both of us. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed our lovely Zack Attack podcast episode today. Maybe we'll implement some more Zack Attack segments.
Debbie Cake tier
A
list.
5-minute segment
Cosmic
within.
brownies.
He wants to do a 7-Eleven tier list. Yeah, Little Debbie ones.
Possibilities are endless.
And then we could also do a segment of like news with Zack.
No one wants to hear my news. All right, well, let's cut the ads.
Are you PMSing?